Okay, in this video, I'm going to write the following equation in standard form and then graph. So we have 9x squared plus 4y squared minus 18x plus 16y minus 11 equals 0. So the first thing I want to do is take my constant from the left side of the equation and move it over to the right side so we can get rid of the constant here. I'm just going to add 11. So now we have 9x squared. I'm also going to bring my x's together because I'm going to complete the square here. So I have 9x squared minus 18x plus 4y squared plus 16y now equals 11. So I just move the equation around a little bit there. From here, I want to factor. So to factor here, I'm going to just look at my first two x terms here, and I only want to factor out because I'm going to complete the square. I can't complete a square with a coefficient in the front. So the only thing I need to factor out, I don't want to factor the x, I only want to factor the coefficient. In this case is 9. So now I have x squared minus 2x, and then I'm going to complete the square, so I'm going to leave a little bit of room there. I'm going to do the same for the y's. In this case, for the y squared, the coefficient in the front is 4. So that is the number I'm going to factor out. I'm going to get y squared plus 4y, and then I'm going to leave some room to complete the square, and we still have our 11 on the other side. So now I'm going to go ahead and complete the square. So I'm going to do that by taking the linear term or middle term and dividing it by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 squared is 1. So I'm going to add 1 to complete the square. Over here for the y's, I'm going to take again the linear term in this case is 4. So I want to take half of that, which is 2. 2 squared, of course, is 4. So I'm going to add 4. So there we go. We completed the square, but I just added numbers to my equation. You just have to keep your equation balanced to do this. So what you do to one side of the equation, you must do to the other side of the equation. So in this case, I added 1. But I didn't really because I have this 9 on the outside. I actually added 9. So on this side, I'm going to add 9 because 9 times 1 is 9. Then I'm going to have to go ahead and do this for the y term. So instead of adding just 4, I need to make sure I multiply it by the coefficient in the front, which is 16. So I need to add 9 and 16 to keep both sides of my equation balanced. Okay. From here, I'm going to go ahead and factor my perfect square. So now I have 9 times x minus 1 squared plus 4 times y plus 2 squared equals 11 plus 9 plus 16, which is equivalent to 36. So in our ellipse equations, we know we always have to have a 1 in the left-hand side. So to get that, I'm going to need to divide each term by 36. Right? Then that way I will have a 1 on the left-hand side of my equation, and what you do to one side of the equation you have to do to the other side of the equation. So now from here, looks like we're almost done here. So what we need to do is we just need to reduce our fraction. So 9 over 36 is the same as 1 over 4. I'm going to reduce this fraction here, 4 over 36, which is the same as 1 over 9. And of course, 36 over 36 is just 1. And you'll notice with Newton, they're super nice that they do this with all their problems. They factor down or simplify down to these really nice numbers so that when we graph them, we can do it easily. So if you do not get these really nice numbers to reduce down, then you probably did something wrong in your calculations and you will need to go back and fix that. For the most part, they're pretty good on the graphing area, this part. Okay, so that is what we need to do next is we are going to quickly graph this ellipse. It is at the center of 1, -2, and you'll have to remember that 1, -2 is the opposite signs of what's in the equation here. So be careful with that. So I'm going to go 1, -2. My graph is a little crooked, but we'll just deal with it. And then underneath the x, we have a 4. So that means I'm going to go to the right 2, square root of 4 is 2, and to the left 2. And then for the y squared, or the y's going up and down, I take the square root of 9, which is 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, about there. And there we go. And then we just go ahead and draw our ellipse there. And there you go. There is our graph of that equation. See you in the next video.